Hey guys, welcome to Ekaterinburg. Apologies for the lack of pre-match preview or any updates, simply because I only got here after about half an hour when Ural were already 2-0 down. Word of advice, don't ever try and drive through Ekaterinburg in rush hour. Anyhow, I'll just give you a quick close-up of the pitch. It was covered earlier this week, just simply to keep the snow off completely. It's cutting up like mad. I mean, I can't give you a great deal of input because I only saw 15 minutes of the first half, but Alexei Miranchuk looked pretty good, if I'm honest. Anton had one little run. It was a little breakaway 3-on-3, and because of a surface, he could easily have lost possession of the ball, but his touch is so good, and he was well aware that Manuel Fernandez was out wide. He laid it out to him, and in the end it didn't lead to a goal, but it's a sign of the quality. So 2-0 to Loco. I can't really say much more than that about the game itself. One other little side note of tonight, this is the last time, well, in theory, that Ural will play here at the SKB Bank Arena before they move into the magnificent Centralny. So the last three domestic games of the season, I will be reporting from the Centralny. I'll give you an inside look of the World Cup Stadium here in Ekaterinburg, and that is going to be magnificent. But in a way, I'm kind of sad to say goodbye to this place. You can see over my shoulder, it's just an open training ground, basically, and that is what it is. It is the training ground that's been converted for league purposes. But this is where I saw my first Ural game. I've reported all 3 seasons they played here. I've become fond of it in a weird way. You know, the atmosphere, it's difficult to build an atmosphere. That is where the ultras, if you can call, well, they are ultras, but you know, there's only about, I'd say about 150, 200 of them tonight. It's only -5. Conditions are not too bad for playing football, but anyhow, there it is. So it looks like, being a bit of a damp squib, that Ural will end their SKB Bank Premier League time, 2.5 time. It looks, honestly, albeit it looks like Loco are in complete control. Now, about Ural, well, Omen El Kabir the last 15 minutes, and again I repeat, I'm only commenting on the part that I actually saw. He looks very lively, good signing. I'm wondering what sort of a deal it was that brought him here, because you know, the guy's, he's Dutch, well, Moroccan heritage, Dutch national. Quite what drew him here, I don't know, possibly whether it was money, whether it's a short-term deal with the guarantee of allowing him to leave if a bid comes in, who knows. But he's got a lot of quality. Yamelyanov playing at centre-back alongside Gregor Balajic. That's a pretty solid centre-back partnership, if I'm honest. But we'll have to see, can Ural dig themselves out? They haven't won for 7 games. If Loco win tonight, which they're obviously on course to do, they will go back to being 8 points clear at the top of the table with 8 games to go. I mean, there's not really much more the rest of the Premier League can do. Ural, though, they're only 2 points clear of relegation. They're going to start getting sucked into the relegation battle if they're not careful. Well, they already are. The only thing that gives me hope is the fact that there are 4 worse teams at least below them. But that's not exactly a basis for protecting your Premier League status. Anyhow, guys, that's all from me for now. I'll try and do another update, possibly during the second half, but certainly at full time. May not be much in the way of post-match reaction from players and managers, simply because I got to drive back to Tumen. It's a spur-of-the-moment thing, this. I would have advertised it a bit more, but all my work was cancelled today. It was 1 o'clock, and I thought, you know what, why not? Let's drive down the road. Got here late. I learnt my lesson. Anyhow, guys, I'll be back for later. Hopefully we'll see a bit more action. And we'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.